At the moment, we are standing on top of this Miri City new building. They call it oil barrel. Yeah? And it is near completion and doing the final works. And this is the one of the landmarks. 5 years ago, 2016 election, yeah, PRN 11, we did not have this. And now we have this wonderful, magnificent building, the new building for Miri City. We call it City Hall. The site here is wonderful. The scenery is excellent. And I'm sure a lot of people will come over to see this wonderful place. This is the very good example of development in Miri, the icon of Miri. The other one also with the allocation approved by our Ketua Menteri yang amat berhormat Datuk Petinggi Abang Jo, was the Nature Discovery Center at Piasau Nature Reserve. That amount is 30 million. That will be the next one for Miri. We have the construction of Miri Miri Polyclinic. Just behind Miri Hospital. The amount at that time was that the budget approved was 35 million. Yeah? Now it's near completion. So 5 years ago it was not there. And now near completion as well. And the other one excellent for Miri people will be the extension of Miri Hospital. Additional 328 beds for Miri Hospital. And the amount is 300 million. We have this grand old lady on top of the Canadian Hill. This is where Miri started as an oil town. The first production now was in 1910, 100 over years ago. So because it's so much related to the history of Miri, how Miri developed from a very small fishing village of 5,000 people to up to present about 400,000 people. Now Miri basically was and still is an oil town. Yeah? Now that one people would like to go and have a look. And at night time, there is a bistro there. And you can oversee the sea and you can see the Miri town by night. Now the other one, the attraction I would like to mention is Piasau Nature Reserve. It is gazetted as a reserve. The land is 229 acres of land. It's very near to town. If you drive very slowly, it takes about 11 minutes to 12 minutes to reach there. Formerly, the place was housing, especially for the senior staff, expatriate staff of Sarawak Shell. Now, that one was gazetted by 31st of December 2013. And in there, you see hornbill, you see owls, you see other so many types of birds, insects, yes, squirrels. It is a must to go there. Tourists, when they come to Miri, they would like to go and see hornbill right in the middle of the town. That is the place to go. And this is one place where it is preserved, and it is for the future generation, and also, of course, for people who come in as tourists. Miri is blessed. Yeah? Like just now I mentioned above, oil and gas, natural resources, and now, of course, palm oil. Yeah, as you know, palm oil price is very good at the moment. For those small holders, the FFB, fresh fruit bunch, is about 1,000 per ton. It's very good. So in Miri itself, the economy is doing well, and Miri is blessed that we have 28 ethnic groups found in Miri. And all these years, we have been living in peace and harmony. And because of Shell and Aspects community here, Miri is very cosmopolitan, meaning that people coming in from all over the place, including people from overseas, from Holland, from Germany, from Australia, from England, all coming to Miri here to work since 1910. And now there are still families here. And of course, this impacted on our people. Yeah, that in terms of the economy here in town, yeah, and the working relationship, and also because they are also so much together with the local community. Yeah, our local community are with them. Yeah, some of course, as you know, they work a lot of our community. Yeah, those leaders, those people around here, they have been having that kind of relationship with Sarawak Shell, of course now with Petronas. And very important thing here is because Miri is so near to Brunei, a lot of our people here has relatives in Brunei, and Brunei people will have relatives in Miri. So we go up and down. Yesterday I released a statement to say that Shell will be bringing their senior staff from KL, those in upstreams, and those from in KK, back to Miri. Now, previously they have 3 offices for upstreams now, one in KL, one in Miri, one in Sabah. But decision has been made that they will close down the one in KL, close the one in Sabah, bring all these senior people back to Miri. So the figure is 1,500 senior employees coming into Miri. Number 2, Petronas, and I'm also given to understand that nearly 500 of them, senior staff from Bintulu, will be transferred down to Miri. So we are looking at 2,000 people. All this definitely will be very, very good for Miri. Yeah? Now, when they are here, they will be independent, those contractors in oil and gas coming from outside Sarawak, outside Miri, come to Miri because they have to set up their own offices. So, meaning that job opportunities for our people, our young people especially, yeah? And business opportunities for local community. When people come in to do business, even our taxi, e-hailing, they have business to do. So this definitely has a great impact on the overall community in town. I would like to say, of course, to our number one Sarawak, our Chief Minister yang amat berhormat Dato' Petinggi Abang Jo our Chief Minister, for always looking after Miri. Yeah, he has given 70 million for this building. He has given 30 million for the Nature Discovery Center, and so many other things. Of course, during my time as YB for 5 years, 2016 until now, we have RTP, every year we have 5 million. So all this money, plus NRP 2 million, all this money are for the people. And I always divided out my RTP, the 5 million. For the 5 years, I received about 27.2 million. Because 2016 was May when we first was elected. So that year we had half, but the rest of the other years are 5 million, 5 million, 5 million. So all in all, I have about 27 million. Yeah? Now, I always allocated 1.something million to schools. Yeah? Because children, we have to nurture our people right from the young, give them the best in school. So I always allocated about 1.something million now for school, go into repair, buy things for our children. Then of course we will go down to community halls, balai, temples, churches, to associations. Yeah. So all these are because of our YAB Chief Minister. That peruntukan helps a lot. Now we must when I mention about churches, temples, immediately I think of uniform. That this is a special creation by our Yang Amat Berhormat again, Dato' Petinggi, Abang Jo, Ketua Menteri. Every year now receive 50 million for other religion. So with that, it shows that our CM is so open-minded. Yeah, it's very inclusive. That we go to churches, we go to temples, we ask for allocation, he will give. Yeah, this is wonderful lah. So when you say who I would like to thank, definitely our Ketua Menteri lah. And of course, education is so important to all of us, and also our CM, just like late Tok Nan also said, Chief Minister for all. The same thing for our present CM, Chief Minister for all. When our Tok Nan started allocating money, 3 million, 2014 to Chinese independent school, every year he will increase 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. And in the year 2017, our present CM took over as CM. He continued that. Now it's 10 million every year to Chinese independent school. We are very proud. The only one in Malaysia, where our CM would allocate so much money for Chinese independent school. And on top of that, started last year, Chinese primary school. He allocated 8 million. This year, allocated 10 million. Yeah? And he, on few occasions, encouraged our own Sarawakians to learn another extra language. He said, try to pick up Chinese. Yeah? Because eventually, even at this now, the China market is so big. Yeah. So he has that in his mind. People in Miri, by and large, not my voters, also by and large, I would like to say thank you to them. Because these past few years, they've been very, very supportive of me, yeah, and they've been very kind to me, and they have been very, in a way, very for the kindness and generosity. Because every time I raise money to go out for people who need help, especially on medical contributions, every time they'll come in and help. They are so generous. I am very humbled and touched. And I say, like to here to take this opportunity to thank all our Miri people. Not only my voters, all Miri people, yeah, for their wonderful 5 years, helping me to look after Miri together. Yeah, that is one thing that I really appreciate, and really I'm humbled, and I say thank you to them.